Like Judas to the Son of God, the earth turns its back toward the sun, and the night is born in sin. Shadows shroud the shapes of certain men, making them even more invisible. They are not to be trusted, even by a number of their own kind. And thus, as the night falls like an empire full of devils, prayers rise like moons to offset the hours tilt toward hell, and most more of our own do not become what they look like. Like fingerprints in a police booking, or the bottom of gun barrels, or the dirt where bones will be planted to cultivate a cemetery. These connotations of our complexion, though kin is the gang of blood we are born with, and not the one we joined, our history has opened the tint of the word. I've called people brothers and sisters who have never known the back of my mother's hand. And like all families, we begin to resemble. It makes us all look more brutish. Me, my brother who is not my brother, because only brutes kill their siblings in the fields and come home without remorse. Time passes me by in the form of elderly men who walk the streets with canes in fear of their children's children. By their cowardly crouching in their fields of vision, I can tell they believed in the marks placed on the youth like slave brandings. The failing marks in school, the tire marks after the shooting, the postmarks from prison. There are days even Christ is afraid to walk amongst us. He fears his blood will be spilled without his consent. The church at odds with the hoods because it's not from there anymore. Yet we are chastised for not putting more faith in a system that has provided us little bread, slang or otherwise. We meet the face of nihilism in the mirror every morning. In the budding professional, Obama decal in his rear window who's pulled over for driving the speed limit in a luxury car. In the dark-skinned college student who pays tuition so that a security guard can ask him why he is here. And the young poet, imagination topped with a fitted cap, who writes in his notebook with red ink. We are haunted by every slight. Every pedestrian jaywalk to the opposite side of the street while a band of brothers bonds covalently on the corner. Every purse strap braided like a lynch rope by a woman's tightened grip when I walk too close to her in the mall. Every cop gun bullet in the body of an innocent person who wore the wrong shade of skin at the wrong time. And in response, we wear the clever ruses of gold crosses around our necks, because to be redeemed is to be given respect we should already have. But we have not even to pay the stones marking the plots we put ourselves in pursuits to live happily. Those same stones tossed at us our entire lives. The glass of our hopeful eyes shattered. Our inner light has scattered, not knowing which direction to reflect itself in a sea of shards, making us look darker to the outside, like a night. But we lose the insight night exists so that we may recover from daily living. This is the reason why it swallows my shadow. It makes me the most invisible.